Hello, good morning, students. Once again, I am here, Dr. Hariram Kumar, PGTCS, JNV Golaghat. Today, I have brought for you Flow of Control Part 2, in which we will study control statements again. Rest part of the control statement. As you know, control statements are used to control the flow of execution depending upon the specified condition or logic. As you know, there are three types of control statements, namely decision making statements, iteration statement, which we also know as loop. Third one, jump statement, that is break, continue, and pass statement. Now, our today's concentration will be on iteration statement. Iteration statement, just wait please. Yes, iteration statement loops are used to execute a block of statement, used to a block of statement as long as the condition is true, as long as the condition is true. And loop statements are used when we need to run same code again and again. Same code again and again. Yes, Python iterates statements. Python iteration statements are of three types. See here. Yes. First one is yes. First one is for loop. Second one is first one is while loop. Second one is for loop, and third one nested for loops. So today exclusively we will discuss about these things. Okay, students. Yes, iteration statement. Here first we will cover for loop. Here first we will cover for loop, and you know it is used to execute a block of statement as long as a given condition is true, as I told you earlier also. And when the condition becomes false, when the condition becomes false, the control will come out of the loop. Control will come out of the loop, and the condition is checked every time at the beginning of the loop. This is very important. In the beginning of loop itself, condition is checked. Now, see here. First, enter while loop here, then test expression. If this test expression evaluates to true, then your control will move towards this, and finally answer will come this. If test expression evaluates to false, then this will be the way of control to move forward. Here we have taken one example. You can see it. Syntax: while within parenthesis condition followed by semicolon, a colon followed by statements, maybe one statement, two statement, three statements, a block of statements or simple statements. For example, x equal to or x assignment 1, while x is less than or equal to 4, print x, x assignment x plus 1. If you run this code, you will have this final output. So this way we have to understand the working of while loop. Yes, coming to the next. Yes. See here. Iteration statement, again using else statement with while loop. If else clause is only executed when your while condition becomes false. If you break out of the loop or if an exception is raised, it won't be executed. See here the syntax. While loop, execute these statements. If it comes true, if it comes false, then what will happen? This second part will be executed. Here we have taken an example, Python program to illustrate combining else with while. Count assignment 0, count assignment 0, while count is less than 3, count assignment, count plus 1, print hello python else in else block. If the condition is true, then what will happen? First statement, this statement will be printed here, if else this statement will be printed here. So this is all about the iteration loop, a while loop using with else statement. See here, if you run this code, following output will come: hello python, hello python, hello python. Okay, and by the time condition will be true, first statement will be printed, otherwise the statement in else part will be printed. Okay, now the next, yes, iteration statement loop, infinite while loop, infinite while loop, infinite while loop. Here I have taken one example for you. X assignment 5, while x equal to 5, print inside loop. And if you run this code, if you run this code, see here, if you run this code, what will happen? This will come out as output. Why? X assignment 5, and while x equal to 5, here I have given the condition x equal to 5. So every time x equal to 5, so what will happen? Inside loop, and this loop will become infinite. Okay, every time we will get the condition true, so what will happen? The same statement will be repeated again and again. See, iteration statement loops, for loops. Now the next is for loop. It is used to iterate over times of any sequences such as a list or a string. Let us learn how to use for loop in loop for sequential traversal. Here I have taken the syntax. Syntax is for, then value, see here, for and value in sequence, followed by statements, and when this loop is run, this will continue to run by the value, by the time value in sequence matches or comes true. Once the value get out of the sequence, loop will automatically stop. If we run this code, we will get following output. Okay. See here, the code given is for I in range 3 5, print I, and this is the output of this code. This is the output of this code. This is the output of this code, and many more examples you will have in your book also. Okay, so this way for loop executes. Yes. Now iteration statement loop, for loop again in next form. Here we can see Python program to illustrate iterating over a list. Here you can see print list iteration, I assignment JNV for Y and R, print I in I. I is for counting and I is for list. Print I. If you run this code, this you will have this output. You will have this output, list iteration GNV for Y and R. Yes. Iteration over a tuple, immutable. See here another example. Print tuple iteration I T assignment GNV for Y and R for I in T, print I, this will give you this answer. So this is the working of for loop. Okay, now the next, for your better understanding, we have given here and we have underlined all the important things so you can understand it. And iteration statement loop, for loop again in another form, print a string iteration sjnv for I in s, print I. If you run this code, this will give you this answer. And again dictionary in all the forms, maybe list, maybe a string, maybe dictionary, maybe tuple, we can use print, or you can use loop statement to traverse the traverse it. Yes, iterating over dictionary iteration, d assignment dict, this is here the function, and d within this one, 1 2 3 again this one for I in d, and this way. So this has given the answer like this. So this is all about the iteration of dictionary using for loop. You will note it down in your notebook, and for you will refer to your book also. If you have any problem, you will discuss with me later on. Let us move forward, page forward. See here, the same thing is given, highlighting the text. Iteration statement, again loop, for loop in another form, for loop continue. Yes, example, a program here is given for I in range. We have already learned one method that is known as range. So here we have taken the range 5 comma 3. It means 5 to 3, and the sequence will be -1. So what will happen if we write here the print statement? We will get the output like this. First 5 will be printed, then after deducting 1, 4 will be printed, and last one is left. So 3 will not be printed here. And see here the same method I talked about you earlier, range function parameters. Starting number sequence. Here starting number sequence. Suppose 5 is starting number sequence, 3, and then here the sequence. So this is the thing. Stop, this is stop, this is start, and this one, this one, sip, optional. You, if you want to use the step, then you can, otherwise this is optional. This will take the value automatically, but it will move either forward or backward uh, by one step. Next, now the next, yes, see here, for loop, continue for loop with else. Yes, pay your attention here. For I in range 1 to 4, suppose I want to print the value from 1 to 4. You already know the last value is not accepted, so it will print 1 to 3 only. But in this case, what will happen? Let us see. Print I else executed because no break in for print no break. What will happen if the value crosses and the range value? Then what will happen? Control will come to the else part, and finally this will be printed. So see here the example: 1 2 3 4 and no break. Why no break? When the value increases from 4, what will happen? Condition doesn't match and control automatic comes to the else part. So the statement um, after else part is printed. Here, let us see the next. I have highlighted this also. Yes, iteration statement. Loop, nested loop, Python programming language allows to use one loop inside another loop, and following section shows few example of illustration of this, illustrating of this concept. So here, see, yes, yes, I have brought for you 3 examples. One example: for I in sequence, for loop, one for loop contains another for loop, and inside that there are statements. Here, in case of while also, one statement containing another statement, this one while loop expression, and containing many statements, maybe one or more. In third example, Python illustrating nested loop for I in range 1 5 and for I in range this one. So first loop is having one another loop in inside its body, and then print the statement here. Okay, yes, if you run this, then what will happen? You will have this code as an output. As an output, you will have this code. And let us move a bit forward. In next slide, jump statement. Yes, jump statement here. Iteration statements, and the third is jump statement. Under the heading iteration statement, jump statement are used to transfer programs control from one location to another. Means these are used to alter the flow of loop, to skip part of a loop, to terminate a loop. There are 3 types of jump statements here: continue, break, and pass statements. I have already told you about the pass statement. This is an empty statement just to pass the statement, and no execution is there. Just it gives a pass, and See here the continuous statement. It returns the control to the beginning of the loop. This is very important to learn. Continuous statement is used to return the control to the beginning of the loop. Print all letters except N and A. Here in this example, see here for letter in JNV Yamunanagar, uh, if letter equal to N or letter equal to A, continue. What will happen? Wherever it will come across, the control will come across A or N, it will continue in the, it will return to the beginning and freshly the condition will be checked. If again it finds the same letter, what will happen? Control will continue will take the control in the beginning, and this will continue till the condition matches. Otherwise this print statement will be printed here. Okay students, see here the output of the code is given. Current letter J, and then V, Y, M, U, G, R. No letter N or E have been printed here. Yes. Iteration, statement loop, break statement. Break statement, let us consider this break statement. If it brings control out of the loop, it brings control out of the loop. If uh, it brings control out of the loop, break the loop as soon it sees N or A. Same example I have used here to enhance your understanding. For letter in JNV Yamunanagar, if letter equal to N or letter equal to A, break print current letter or letters. What happens? As soon as it encounters N or A, what happens? Control comes out of the loop body. And finally here J and V, after J it sees N. So what happens? Break will take the control out of the loop body. Okay. And pass statement, as I have already told you, pass statement are used to pass the statement. To write empty loop, pass is also used for empty control statement, function and classes. So this is all about iteration statement. Pass statement, see here the example you can see. An empty statement loop, for loop in your pass. What will happen? Control will come out of this. Okay, simply there will be no execution. Yes, see the output of this case here. Yes. So this is all about the loop with break statement, jump statement and pass statement. Our today's session is over here. I hope you would have understand it, and you will refer to your book for better understanding. If you have any doubt, you will talk to me through my WhatsApp number. Okay.